Good evening, students. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Python video lesson number 29. In previous lesson, that is Python video lesson number 28, we studied how to create one class, then how to create one object for that class. Then we studied how to add data as well as method, that is member of the class, to the class. How to access class variable as well as function variable with the help of self keyword as well as class name inside the class as well as outside the class. Once again, I like to inform you the difference between the class variable as well as the function variable. Class variable versus function variable. Class variables can be accessed anywhere within a class using class name or self keyword. That is one concept. Next thing is same class variable can be accessed outside the class using class name or object name, not self keyword. So within a class, class variable can be accessed anywhere using class name as well as self keyword. Outside the class, class variable can be accessed using class name or object name, but not self keyword. That is the usage of class variable. Whereas function variable, function variable can be accessed only within the function. Within the function, it is declared or it is defined. No need for class name or self keyword. So function variable can be accessed only within a function in which it is defined. No need for class name or self keyword. That is function variable. That is what we studied in the previous lesson. Now, one more concept. In some cases, we are having more than one function. In some cases, more than one function within the same class. We need function variable available within one function. Need to access in another function. How we can access? In that case, self keyword should be placed in front of the function variable. Then we can access one function variable for one function in another function. How that we will use it? Usage of function variable in more than one function. Usage of function variable in more than one function. That means if you want to access or use function variable or more than one method or function, you should declare or you should use self keyword. So now I will write one Python program to explain how one function variable declared within one function can be accessible by another function with the help of self keyword. So program to explain usage of self for function variable. So already you know very well circle. For one circle, if you are giving radius as a input, we can get it area as well as circumference. So input should be radius. We need output as two. One is area of the circle, another one is circumference of the circle. If it is a case, we need two methods. One method for area, another method for circumference. Already we know formula to find out area, that is pi r square. Similarly, a formula for circumference, that is 2 pi r. Value of pi is, we know very well, 3.14. Now I will write one class which has two functions. One is area, another one is circumference. You will see now class circle. So circle is my class here. I have to declare pi equal to 3.14. So this is class variable. Pi is class variable. Since it is a class variable, we can access pi anywhere within the class using class name as well as self keyword. Then I like to define one constructor here. Constructor already we studied in the previous lesson. So self as well as radius. We can do. So while studying previous lesson, constructor is a special method which is automatically executed when the object is created. It is used to initialize the value for the class variable as well as function variable. Okay, that's good. We will see it here. Here I like to put r equal to radius 2. Here in this case, r stands for radius. R is function variable. So this is one method. Then one more method, that is area. It does not have any input, but it needs return output. That is circle dot pi. So class variable is accessed with the help of class name star and then star again star. So we know very well that is pi r square. Again one more variable. Sorry, one more method, that is circumference. Self keyword return 2 pi r, that is 2 star year pi circle dot pi again star r. Now we have to get one input, that is radius 1 equal to int of input enter radius. Then our radius 1 contains one value. For example, assume we are giving 10 as a radius. This radius 1 should be passed to a init. So when we create a new object, automatically init will call. So here we have to create one object for class circle. So in this case, we have to pass radius. Here C1 is a object. C1 is object of class circle. Since circle contains one constructor with argument. So while creating object for circle, we have to pass values for the init, that is radius 2. In this case, radius 1 value stored in radius 1 will be assigned to radius 2. Then R is a function variable, that R will be assigned with the value stored in radius 1. In this case, we are assuming we are giving 10 as a radius 1, that's equal to 10. Now R radius 2 contains 10, R also contains 10. So C1 contains Pi, that is 3.14, as well as R contains 10. Now we have to call this area as well as circumference. Then with the help of object name C1 dot area. Similarly, circumference. C1 dot circumference. So even though this program is correct, it shows error. Why? Just we will see. First we will save the program and then run the program. So it asks enter radius. This line is executed. So I am having 10 value. 10 will be stored into radius 1. That means the radius 1 contains 10. After that, C1 equal to circle. That is, C1 is an object which is created. When object is created for a class, constructor will be automatically called. This radius 1 will be assigned to radius 2. Now radius 2 contains 10. Then you try to store R equal to radius 2. That is, R will be tried to assign with 10. This is the question. That's good. But this R is a function variable. Okay. But already we studied function variable can be accessed within the same function in which it is declared. No need for self keyword as well as class name. That is already we studied. Now, next line. Now R contains 10. That's good. In next line, area is accessed. C1 dot area. This calls this method. Here, return circle.pa. That's no problem. Pa contains 3.14. Pa is a class variable. It is used. It is accessed by circle class name. Here, R and R. So since R and R is a function variable for init method, you cannot access here. That is the question. So already we studied function variable can be accessed within the class in which it is declared. So this R belongs to init only, not for area. Now how we can make it as one function variable accessible to more than one function? That is the question. In this case, I am using a self keyword, self dot. Now, since you are using self keyword here, this R is accessible. Even though R is a function variable, this R is accessible more than one function within a class, not outside the class. So now R is accessible within area as well as within circumference. We will see it here. Wherever R is available, I have to type self keyword. Okay, now it shows circle, that is area. I am not using self keyword for these R, so it should give error for circumference. Once again, we'll check it out. So I am 10, I am giving. See it here. Here previously it shows area. While calling area function, it gives error. Now it's giving error for while calling circumference, not for area. Why? We are using self keyword. Why the circumference method gives error? Here we are not using self keyword. Again, we got to put self keyword here. Now we can use it. Now it gives correctly. So now it is understood self keyword is necessary for a function variable. If you want to access one function variable for more than one function within a class. In that case also, even though we declare self keyword for function variable, the function variable cannot be accessible outside the class. That is the concept. Now let us study one more program. So already we know very well library management system. In library, I like to display what are the books are available, that I like to display with the help of class as well as list. Already we know very well list. List is a collection of different data types. In this case, I want to create object for class book. First, I have to create one class that is called as book. That should have three methods. One is constructor, another one is get data as well as display data. Constructor for initializing values for book name as well as author name. Get data is used to get book name as well as author name. Display data is a one more method that is used to display what are the books available in our library as well as author name. Who wrote this book? Now, first I will write the program and then I will explain you. ERG to create library management system. You can put create menu driven. Menu driven library management system. First, I like to create one class that is called as book. Okay, here I need one constructor. Self. So I need self dot book name. That's equal to blank. That is nothing. Self dot author name. Why we are using a self keyword? Since these two variables, that is book name as well as author name, both are function variable. Even though they are function variable, I like to access these two variables for more than one function within the same class, that is within the class book itself. That is why we have to declare as a self keyword. Then one more function, it is for get data. So this function is used to get the values for the book name as well as author name. So self dot book name. So wherever you want to use function variable, self keyword is necessary. If you want to use more than one function, book name equal to input enter book name. Self dot author name equal to input enter author name. That's good. You get details of book. one more method, disp data. Here I need print name of book, comma. Here again self dot book name. Similarly, print author of book, comma, self dot author name. This is one class. After we will have one println to differentiate number of the books. That's good. That class is over. Here I like to create one list here. This is the empty list. Empty list to store class object. That is book object. While studying the sequence, we study library is a collection of elements of different data types. So now in list, we can able to store one object also. Here I like to store book is a class, object of book. So each and every individual book considers an object. These objects which are created under class book should store into library. Okay. Now we'll see here ch equal to while. I am declaring one variable. Then while it keeps on run. While ch equal to while. This is one loop statement. Print number 1. Add new book. So whenever new book is entered our library, we have to press number 1. Then number 2, display book. Display book again slash n. So this is one menu. Here choice. Choice will be either 1 or 2. Input. Enter your choice. The choice should get from the user input. Enter your choice. Either you want to add a new book or you want to display a already existing book. So here you have to type either 1 or 2. Okay. If choice is 1, that means if you press 1 while asking enter your choice, that means you want to add a new book. Choice is 1. What you have to do? We have to create a one book object. B1 is a book object. Okay. In this case, B1 is new object. Book object. In this case, this constructor will be called book name will be assigned with blank, author name will be assigned with blank. Then we have to store author name as well as book name into B1. Then B1 dot get data. Getting details of book. So that's okay. So now B1 contains book name as well as author name. For example, here we are giving enter book name, that is C++. Enter author name E. Balagurusamy. This B1 contains E. Balagurusamy as well as introduction to C++. So this B1 is an object. That object should be appended to the empty library. Here library. So library is here empty list. Now we could add one element. That element is object. Okay. Now library contains B1. B1 contains two variables. One is book name, another one is author name. Book name is assigned with introduction to C++. Author name is assigned with E. Balagurusamy. Okay. Now else if what will happen if choice is true? That means you want to display the books available in our library. Choice 2. Since you push enter a choice, you are putting 2. How we have to use this disk object? So before that, library contains some of the book object. In this case, now we are having only one books object, that is called B1. That B1 should be returned. Inside the B1, display data is there. This display data should be called. How we will see it now for I in library. So I is a one variable or one object that is assigned with library of 0. So since library has only one object now or only one element now, that element will be B1. That B1 will be assigned to I. Now I is equivalent to B1. Now I contains book name, author name. The book name is assigned with Introduction to C++. Author name is assigned with E. Balagurusamy. Now I like to display I dot. Now I is a object similar to B1. So I is a object of book. So similarly, the inside we are having two function variable. One is book name, another one is author name. If you want to access book name as well as author name available within a class object, that is I, we have to use dot keyword. Here I dot, we can use I dot display this data. That's all. Very simple. We will see. Yes. So since in this case your choice is other than 1 and 2, this else block will be executed. Here invalid choice. We should get one error message, invalid choice. Try again. That's all. Afterwards, ch equal to input. We want to continue or not? Here, if you give y, the ch will be assigned with y. This will be true. It will rotate 1 second. If you press other than y, for example, n will be assigned with ch equals n equal to a condition false. It comes out of the while loop. That's all. The program finished. Now we will see. First, I will save the program and then run the program. We will see the output and then once again I will explain you. So add new book, display book, enter your choice. First we will see here. Here first library. Library is a empty list. It will ready to store book object. ch is assigned with y. ch is y. Y equal to y. Condition true. Print 1. Add new book, that is displayed. Slash in stands for next line. 2. Display book, that is printed. Slash in stands for next line. Okay. Again choice equal to int of enter your choice. So enter your choice is good. Now I have to press either 1 or 2. Okay, first I press enter 1. That means I like to add new book. Enter. Enter a book name. It asks. So I press I. Number 1. Choice is assigned with number 1. 1 equal to 1. So these 3 lines should be executed. B1 is a book. So book is a class. B1 is a object. So here we are creating one new object that is called as a B1. So whenever object is created, this init that is called as a constructor is automatically executed. Then B1 contains book name, author name with blank. That's good. Afterwards, B1.getData, it is called. So book name should be assigned with whatever value I'm giving. This line is executed. That means book one equal to input enter book name. Here I have to type one book name here. For example, here I like to type programming with C++. That means V1 contains book name, author name. So for B1 dot book name, programming with C++ will be assigned. Again, it asks author name equal to input enter author name. Here I type E. Balagurusamy. Balagurusamy. Then enter. Okay. Again is asked, do you want to continue? So I like to enter once again. So this, before that we know choice is 1. Okay. So this will not execute. This will not execute. At last CH. CH equal to input. Do you want to continue? Here I am giving Y. So CH is assigned with Y. Again it will go once again. See it here once again displayed. Since CH contains Y, again loop continues. This condition becomes true. Again same thing. Display, add new book, display book. It comes. Here I want to type one more book. Similarly, if I type 1 year, choice 1 equal to 1, condition true. Again, one more new object that is called as B1 will be created. Already library contains B1. It contains another B1. Now library contains B1. We are creating one more object B1. Same thing again to get. So constructor will be called book name as well as author name will be assigned with blank, and then B1 get data. It comes book name. Now I want to type one more book name, Java 2.0. Put enter. Here I type some other name. I don't know any other name. I type my name. Consider I am also an author. So Java 2.0 is a book name. Selvamani is a author. So B1 contains book name as well as author name that is assigned by Java 2.0 as well as Selvamani. Now after that line library.append of B1. Now another B1 is added to the library. Now library contains two elements. Two elements are B1, B1. Okay. The first B1 contains programming with C++, Balagurusamy. Second B1 contains Java 2.0, Selvamani. Now I want to stop it. So do you want to continue? I want to type N. Sorry. Here already our library contains two books. I want to display what are the books available in our library. Then I want to once again Y. I want to continue. So add new book, display no book. Now I don't want to add no more books. I want to display the books available in your library. I have to press 2. Enter choice. Now press here. So we are having two books. That is name of the book, programming with C++. Author of the book, Balagurusamy. We will see here. In this case, enter a choice. Enter a choice. In this case, I am giving 2. So choice contains 2. 2 equal to 1. This condition becomes false. It comes here. Now choice is 2. 2 double equal to 2. This condition true. We are having one for loop. For I in library. Library is a one list. Now library list contains 2 elements. 2 are object B1, B1. Okay. Now first B1 will be assigned with I. Now I is a one object which is assigned by, which is initialized by B1. So similarly B1 contains author name as well as book name. So book name B1 contains book name as programming with C++, author name as Balagurusamy. Okay. I.disp data it will call here. So name of the book is display, programming with C++. Name of the author name is Balagurusamy, display. Again it goes here. Now I is assigned with the second element, that is unsecond B1. Second B1 contains Java 2.0 and then Selvamani. It displayed here, display data it calls here. Now name of the book is Java 2.0. Author of the book is Selvamani, that displayed here. That's all. Again it comes out of this one. So again, do you want to continue? Now I don't want to continue. I press here. I press here. That's how it comes out of the loop. Okay. So this is the program menu driven how to make one simple library management systems. Today I stopped here itself. I hope all of you enjoy this lesson. In next lesson we will study little bit more. Until then, thank you students. Bye bye.